Per usual, starting the morning off with filling the BRZ back up with gas. This morning I got Chris rolling with me. It's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool duo to be driving with. Wide body BRZ and an Aston Martin with the fat wing on it. The car looks pretty cool rolling behind me as well. I never really have seen this car out and about, nor do you ever really see them in my area, so it's pretty cool to see Chris driving this around here. Who else other than Chris eats chicken wings while driving an Aston Martin? Who the fuck does that? Who does that? He's licking his fucking lips. I don't know why I continue to do this to myself every single day, but of course I didn't finish editing last night. In fact, I barely even started because we got so caught up in just doing random shit that I never ended up doing it. B is for beverages, is making me...
I'm making drinks and then I'll come help you with the TV.
Gonna get started on this, gonna do it as fast as possible, because we got some big plans for today. It's becoming an everyday tradition to open a new package every day, and to continue that, I got ourselves another package. This should be the last final piece that I need for the 2JZ. Damn. 2JZ fuel rail. This is from Radium. I have no affiliation with them, but their fuel rail looked pretty damn nice. Was priced way better than a lot of other fuel rails out there, and I was able to kit it out with the AN fittings and plugs that I needed on the bottom ports and on the top ports. Cannot wait to install this. Like I said, this was the last piece that I needed before this 2JZ can finally all be put together. If I seem kind of scattered today, let me be the first to tell you that it's because I'm very scattered today. There's a bunch of moving parts going on, and that's kind of one of the things I love about daily vlogs, is it's like, there's no structure, I just film whatever happens, and that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles. Chris just ended up buying Rick's M5. Chotch alert, Rick crashed his M5, totaled it. Chris, being beast for build, of course, bought it, and he's gonna flip it, make it a mad car. So he is gonna try and fix that up today to at least get it running. And I am letting him use the front end of the shop and clear up some space so we can work on it. So in order for that to happen, we need to move this fucking beast. Yeah, this car is extremely heavy, guys.
Only 5,000 pounds.
Only 5,000 pounds.
That fucking truck is lighter than this car.
That took a lot of effort, and that was to only move it 10 feet, boys. I'm extremely out of breath. That was really heavy. But we did it. Chris?
Let's go.
I'll be your helping hand today.
Good.
You let me know what you need.
Cut off wheel. We gotta cut this hood in half.
God damn. Rick! Yeah, dude, Rick got ripperinoed. He had this car for a whopping 2 months. Shit happens, though.
Easy fix. Shit happens. Beast for build wins.
Mickey and Calvin, we're gonna pull this KA motor. So we're tag teaming today, boys. And that's what's special about this build, is normally me and Calvin would work on a build together, and it would take a pretty long time because me and Calvin are learning half the time, and we're slow. But with this 240 build, I'm pretty much hiring Mickey to come on board, give us an extra pair of hands so we can expedite this process, because right now, like you guys say in the video, we have way too many cars that are not finished. We're not purposely doing that. Sometimes you just can't pass up deals. Isn't that right, Chris?
Yeah, sometimes.
And that's what this 240 is. So luckily, Mickey he's a dad, so he's really good at doing things. I'm gonna be helping Chris with his M5. Calvin is gonna be doing some stuff with his 240. I'm still out of breath. And Eric is coming today. He's gonna do a big chunk on this 350. And to add to this whole entire mess, I know I say it every day. But I do think the clothes are coming in later this evening.
I'll probably do that.
So
I'll probably help that.
we might need that rear space later this evening, but I'm not sure. All right, first things first with the 240, we're gonna start draining coolant, draining oil, getting rid of the power steering fluid, and once again, pulling another motor in another day. It's like, all we do now is pull motors. So this
I'm actually like pretty happy we do that. Like, never expected us to be pulling motors and swapping engines, honestly.
Doing a motor a day, Cal. A motor a day keeps the doctor away. Nice meme.
You don't want to keep the doctor away though.
That's a nice meme though. All right, while Calvin's draining all the fluid out of the 240, I'm gonna use this time to explain myself because I have been keeping you guys in the dark on this 2J build for probably the past week and a half. I've given you guys hints here and there and kind of walking you around where I'm headed with it and what's going on. As you can tell, I'm not the one doing all the work on the car. Eric is doing literally 95% of the work on the car. So I'm pretty much gonna walk you through where we are today, our goals which we're trying to hit, because it's becoming more and more every video all you guys are saying is, I wanna know what's going on with the 2J, I wanna know when that 250 is coming up, and I wanna know when the next track day is. I'm gonna go over everything, from the front all the way to the back for our current status to what we think is the rest of the timeline which we're shooting for. We swapped from a twin turbo setup from 2JZ to a single turbo. The single turbo that we're using is a Garrett GTX 35R. Our horsepower range is probably around 400 to maybe mid 500s. We could go more. That's not the point. My main point of this car isn't to try and get crazy horsepower numbers. My main point for this car is to get the perfect power balance for me where I'm not overpowered and I'm not underpowered. I never was underpowered, but it's kinda, I just wanted a little boost, I want a little fun, but I don't want to be some crazy monster car because I don't want the car to outdrive me. I want to handle the car like it's my bitch. So, we went with a CX Racing manifold. I will link it down below, but nothing's hard bolted quite yet. We're actually gonna do that this afternoon, but everything's mocked up and tacked, so I'll walk you through that. We have a 7mm wastegate on the back. We ended up doing a rear mounted radiator. We ditched the front radiator. I was having tons of issues with that, and we're doing a rear mount. So when doing that, we bypassed the OEM water pump and we are running water lines down the side of the car, running underneath. We have our water pump mounted in the back at 55 gallons per minute, and we're gonna have a rear mounted scoop. So when this is down, there's gonna be the Lexan and it just dumps straight to the radiator. And the back here is where we're gonna have our ATL fuel safe. And then along with that, our surge tank will sit on the side, which everything is being mocked up with all of our AN fittings in the back. And our firewall is gonna be made of this aluminum shield that's gonna be brought in with our two fans pulling into the radiator. Now, I wanted to wait till everything was done before I showed you all of this, but we're in the midst of doing a bunch of pieces here and there. And to be honest, I just wanna show you guys this because I'm super stoked on it. Everything on this car is 100% custom other than the CX Racing manifold. Eric is doing 100% custom hard lines, downpipes, literally everything. We did a 3-inch to a small resonator to a 4-inch. Our idea with a resonator was to not let it just be straight rasp. I actually want to get some good tone with this car and have it sound like proper and mint. So we actually threw a little resonator on there. And that just gets 4 inches shot out the back. On the intercooler too, we actually used a piece of our license plate frame, and Eric mounted that right on top of the intercooler. So that's the little final touch. And on the back, it has my number on it, which you guys can see right there. Mishimoto happily sent me out another oil cooler for the car, and we're also using another Mishimoto for the power steering cooler. Now, if all of that wasn't enough, if you're like, Tej, that's cool and all, but like, I'm unimpressed. We are redoing the front bash bar, so we're gonna be cutting off all of this. Eric is gonna redesign me a new one, also for the rear. When that is ready, we're gonna be putting our rocket bunny front on there. We also have a second rear bumper that we're gonna be mounting on and making a custom bash bar for that so it fits flush around the bumper. I have new skirts coming in that actually fit this rocket bunny. And then, and I know I'm rambling, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but like that's how much is going on with this car. That's why I've been keeping it out of your guys' sight, just because there's so many things going on and there's so much to do that every day if I showed you it, you wouldn't really see a progress. It wouldn't look like much was happening, but a lot is getting done. One of the biggest things that I wanted to fix about this interior was to make it not look like crap. The dash kind of fell apart on us. The 3-piece dash that's in the Z is pretty shitty. Unfortunately, the 350Z has a multi-piece dash, while the updated 370Z has one composite piece, which is way better. We were thinking about trying to do like a retrofit into this car, but it was just too difficult, so we decided to pass on that. Rather than keeping all these gauges up here and have it look ugly and gross, we are going to delete that. I decided to spend a little bit more on the final touches of the car, and I ended up buying the CD7 AEM Infinity display dash. So with this dash, I'll be able to delete all the gauges in the car and we'll mount the display dash that will show me everything I'll need. And what's nice about this AEM dash is that it's plug and play with my AEM ECU. So the moment I plug it in, I don't need to like configure any like menus or anything. It's literally plug and play. So I'll plug it in and it will bring up everything I need. And it's just the simplicity of it is why I went for it. In this box too, I know I'm rambling, I'm going on, but I want to show you everything. In this box too, I have a new steering column. So we are deleting the stock steering column, shedding weight, getting rid of a bunch of the cluster and junk. Eric, how would you say this 350 lines up to previous builds that you've done? Of all the things that when you first saw it, what we're building it now?
This would be a pro car.
This is the approach of TJ, by the way, because I actually tried to talk him down a little bit, but no, he's not having it.
When I came to Eric, I pretty much told him that I wanted to take this car from like self-built, like self-garage built car that I drive on the track to a full-on, not Pro 1 car, but definitely Pro 2 car. And my reason for wanting to do that is just like the little kid inside me. Just as much as I've fallen in love with drifting, and I may not be the best driver out there, I may not be the best driver on YouTube, whatever, like that's obvious. This is something that like, as a personal project for me, I wanted it. It's like, there's no explanation. The car will be a monster beast and is totally unnecessarily built like that, but there's no justification. I just wanted it. I've fallen in love with drifting so much that this is like my supercar right now. This is like my dream build. And I went to Eric and I was like, do what you need to do. It's gonna be quite a process, but it's the route I wanna take. So I'm super stoked. Our dyno date is in the first week of January, so we're coming up close. I know that was like a huge rambling of talking a bunch of things. I'm glad I got you guys updated. You're now like in the light, you're kind of in the know. That's kind of it. Damn, Chris is still dissed.
What?
I don't see a radiator dropped, mate.
We got part numbers. Check this out. That pulley got hit by the radiator fan.
Oh,
So hard, and then the belt
damn,
melted it into like, that's hard plastic now.
Wow.
Yeah, so we gotta get a new one of those, new radiator.
But the motor, I mean, there's like a little dent there, but nothing like.
No, that's standard. It's
that
right here.
little dimple standard?
Yeah, these got a little messed up. That's it though.
But the motor is.
Fine. It's fine.
Wow. What a come up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even think you could fit that in many cars. That motor's huge.
No, it's actually not that big, side to side.
Really?
Yeah. Eric was just telling me they swap it into many
It
different
looks
things.
massive.
It's not that big for a V10. I can fit that in BRZ.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be a fucking swap.
Because BRZs are extra wide for the 2J. They're shorter. Like, look at the distance. That's shorter than your 2J.
Alright, enough of me talking and standing around. Let's actually get to doing something. Doing too much standing, doing too much talking, ain't enough doing. Man, it's been like repetitive every day. Just taking off hoses, taking off bolts. Jumbo, you don't just throw towels at people.
Come on, you can do it.
Dude, it's not even budging.
Don't give up.
Where's your muscles at?
Don't give up the dream,
Like,
Teach.
look, I don't like you guys' false
You can do
positive
it.
comments.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's twisting.
Yeah, but it ain't moving, brother. You can't just pop your head in here and think you can just start joining our convos, bud.
I'm doing it.
I mean,
That should be lubing it up as you're
Hey,
twisting it.
hey, careful, you're crushing it, baby.
I ain't doing shit.
Take it easy, man.
Give me a knife, Calvin, I'm cutting her.
No, I'm doing it.
I'm cutting her.
I'm doing it.
I'm cutting her. Got it.
Whoa, I don't
Be a
know
bit-
what that was.
Sorry, did I disrupt?
TJ's
Did I disrupt you?
TJ's attempting to hose me right now, but it's not gonna fucking work. This hose is cracked. I agree. TJ was right about that one. Oh, look at this. Oh, I pulled my dick off of
I
that.
never pulled that hose. I was only ever working on that.
Working on this one.
Kevin, back me up.
He's a cunt, is what he is.
Kevin knows.
Kevin, we're Asian, Kevin.
Oh yeah, you can't use
Kevin,
race.
We're Asian.
You don't.
That's my boy, right there.
Cut it.
You look like an asshole,
Dude,
T.
your price is high. You need to cut it, Cal.
You need a. Should I cut this hose or cut TJ's balls?
Hey, you wanna know what's fucked up, guys? Let me tell you. It's my birthday. By the time you guys are watching this is literally tomorrow.
No.
29th of December.
Nope.
Don't fucking hose us right now.
It's actually not.
We're not friends.
It is.
TJ and I don't like each other. So
I bought us a
it's valid.
table to go see G-Eazy at a nightclub in San Diego.
Invite Benedict.
All hail the king, TJ.
Calvin's not coming.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Hey, dude. I've only known you for 9 years, but
You don't even know our anniversary, Teach?
Hey guys. Wow, my head's gonna be chopped out of this one, but that's okay. We're gonna end it here tonight. TJ's playing PUBG, which means we are ending the vlog. Let's see. Well, we did a whole lot of nothing today, except work on some cars, work on some more cars, and then put some more cars in the warehouse and work on those as well. So it's pretty much what's been going on lately. I am stuffed. We just got back from Evan and Victoria's. They made us the most bomb pasta on the planet. So I'm gonna take a shower, get in bed, maybe read a little, maybe play some PUBG. So if you guys are lucky enough, you can catch me on the streams tonight. But if not, then maybe a different time. Thank you so much for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, we make videos every day. Not me, TJ makes videos every day, but you know, whatever, same thing. Can you stop touching yourself while I'm doing this? I know you guys are, you know, wanting us to have a really cool outro because TJ has a cool outro. We need to have a cooler one, but I can't think of one. It's driving me nuts. So if you guys want to send over your suggestions, you know where to find me in my DMs. So let's just do that and call it a day. Maybe one of these days, sometime soon, I will have something for you. But until that day, do you want to do it? Should I do it? I should do it. Peace out and keep moving forward.
And I'm feeling